guys, it's the Vegan Grandma. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to make an apple crumble pie. I was watching a YouTube channel. The name of the YouTube channel is Apple. And I was watching this lady make an apple pie and it looked delicious. I could practically smell it as I was watching her fix this online. And it's a small YouTube channel. She has really helped a lot of people from not being scammed by a larger YouTuber. Not going to go into that. Anyway, Apple, thank you for the idea and the inspiration. I'm going to take her regular apple pie and veganize it. Add a few things, take a few things away, just because it's vegan. But it is possible, I'm sure. This is my first attempt at a vegan apple pie, though. So, Apple, if you're watching, thank you very much again. And you guys come along on the adventure and let me know if you make it. Good to see ya. Okay. For the ingredients. For the crust, I have a heaping cup of unbleached flour. To that, we're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt and some vegan butter. I'm using Earth Balance vegan butter. And then for the filling, I've got 7 apples. We're going to put a little bit of flour in it. Got some bread. If you don't have brown sugar, it's okay. I'm using the Splenda brown sugar, and you'd usually use about 3/4 of a cup of processed sugar. I used half of that because I'm using the Splenda. We're going to use a teaspoon of cinnamon and a little bit more butter, so that's going to be our filling. And then for the crumble part on the top, I've got a cup of rolled oats and a half a cup, we're going to use about a half a cup of almond meal. I've got some roughly chopped pecans, a half a cup. If you don't have pecans, you can use a whole cup of the almond meal. And then I've got some more of the brown sugar, which actually you would really want to use packed light brown sugar. If you don't have the Splenda, you would use about 1/3 of a cup. And I used half of that because I'm using the Splenda to cut down. Durian Ryder would be very upset because I'm not doing so much processed sugar, but I don't need it. Okay, so these are the ingredients. Now let's get rocking and rolling. You need to make this crust. So I'm going to take my heaping cup of unbleached flour. And I have 6 tablespoons of cold butter, which again, this is vegan. And I've already cut it up, so I'm just going to throw this in here. Just separated it. And then, part of my fingers off, greasy. And then a half a teaspoon of salt. Have that ready now. Alright, and then we're just going to combine this together some and add some water. Probably about 3 to 6. This is 3 to 6. Actually, that's 6 tablespoons of water. So I'm going to play it by ear here until we get this combined to the consistency that we need to form a ball, and then we'll roll it out. Okay, so I blended all of the butter, the salt, the flour together. I added about 4 tablespoons of water. Where's my mind today? And we're going to roll this out. You want to make sure, this is pretty sticky. I don't know if you can tell from the through the camera, but it's pretty sticky, so we're going to need quite a bit of flour. And you always want to do your pastry dough or your pie crust anyway on a well-floured area. Okay, so we've got our, that was the stove. I've preheated the stove to 400, by the way. I don't even think I mentioned that. So we are going to place this ball of dough, I'm going to reuse that bowl, on this well-floured surface, and we're just going to form it into about 1/2 inch or 1 inch thickness. I always get it too thin. If it's sticky, whoops, making a mess, use more flour. And this is pretty sticky. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more flour and then roll this out. If you don't want to go through this, just buy one made in the store. But I'm not buying one made in the store because I have the ingredients here in the kitchen, and I know it's vegan. Okay, so now I'm going to do, so there we go. We have our pie dough rolled out. All right, so this should be the fun part. I have taken my pie pan. You can do this you can do it in any kind of pie pan that you want. This is the one that I happen to have here. Oh Lord, have mercy. This should be fun. Okay. So now I'm just going to mold it around the pan. We might just go for a rustic look. I sprayed my pie pan with a little bit of Smart Balance cooking spray like Pam. It's not Pam, it's Smart Balance, but it has no animal products in it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of form this. Again, I'm not a chef, I'm just a grandma. I'm impressed with the fact that I got the thing on here. Okay, how does that look to y'all? Not the prettiest ever, but it is a homemade pie crust nonetheless. And you can see it was not hard to do. Of course, the proof is in the way that it tastes, so we'll see how that does. Okay, I'm going to take a fork and just make that just a little bit prettier. And then we're going to put it in the refrigerator while we prepare the filling. I chopped up, washed, cored, chopped, or sliced. The apples were definitely ready to be used. So to this, we're going to add our sugar. And the cinnamon. I'm using a teaspoon of cinnamon. Gosh, a dab more. Cinnamon smells so good. And we're going to add a tablespoon. Sorry, I put it in the sink here. A tablespoon of flour. And we will stir this up and combine those ingredients. Oh, I can't wait to get this in the oven. My house is going to smell so good. And I just the tree is in the living room now, and I put the lights on it. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but it's not decorated yet because a girlfriend of mine, and maybe her husband, but definitely my girlfriend's coming over tomorrow, and we're going to do that together, and that will be nice. Alright, so you can see what we have so far, and we will work on the crumble topping next. Okay, so I'm cooking, and this is what I have to do. I have to stop. Nani, you want to come in? Nani? No. Nani? Nan. Their food is over there. Okay, just wanted to show you guys what happens when you're cooking with the vegan ground. All right, so we've combined all of the apple pie filling ingredients. I'm going to put that into our pie shell that was in the refrigerator. Seems like a lot of apples. I can just look at the bowl. Okay, we're going to reuse that bowl. And I have one more tablespoon of butter, which again is Earth Balance vegan. And so what we're going to do is just cut this up in little strips and put it, this will settle as it cooks too, but I'm going to cut it up in little strips and put it around the pie. It'll melt as it cooks. No, there's no strategic placement here. You just want to get that flavor throughout your pie. So that looks good. I'm going to throw this back in the refrigerator, or the Frigidaire, as my granny would say, and we'll do the topping. Okay, so let's get these ingredients together. We've got, I'm just using the same bowl, it's fine. It's flavored up. So I've got the cup of rolled oats, the half cup of roughly chopped pecans. We need a half of a cup of almond meal. I'll measure that out. Okay, that took a little longer than I thought. So there's a half cup of almond meal and then our brown sugar. Okay, so we also need a pinch of salt. There's a pinch of salt. Brings out the flavor. And 4 tablespoons of cold butter. So let's see, these are marked. So 1, 2, what in the world? Butter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Save that. And I'm going to cut this up into this mixture, and then we're going to use our hands. You always put the most love in it when you use your hands. That's all I can tell you, folks. Okay. This gets a little messy. Okay. You just want to get it nice and a crumbly-like texture. And yeah, I'm all into this. Once this is mixed up, we're just going to put it on top of the pie mixture, or the pie crust filling. If you don't want to do this, you can just double the recipe that I showed you and put just another layer of pastry on top of your pie filling. Okay, I think we have mixed it up well. So, what's up, Nani? Hey, Noah. Both of my cats, it's about 5:15 here, so they must be getting hungry. Alright, so I'm going to just try to evenly place this crumble mixture over our pie. Just think about it, you're getting your oats in. Of course, I love oats. This already smells good. Kind of messy. Apple wasn't this messy when she made hers. Okay. That is fine. Alright, we are going to, I preheated the oven to 400, and we're going to put this baby in the oven and bake it for 35 to 45 minutes, or until it's bubbly and yummy. I'm going to check on it periodically though, because I'm not sure about I don't want to overdo the crumble. I don't want it to start burning. if that happens, if you find that happens, we're just going to cover it up with some aluminum foil. Same thing with the pie crust. So we'll see how that goes. But normally 435 to 45 minutes, or until it's warm and bubbly. And the top is a delicious golden brown. So this, my friends, is what we're looking at right now. Shadow. Can't do anything about the lighting. That looks good. Okay, we're going to get it in the oven. Word of advice that everybody really knows, but maybe some of you are young cooks out there. Whenever you're just doing any kind of pie, pot pies, anything that may bubble over in your oven, go ahead and put it on a baking sheet. So we have that ready to go in the oven. All right, so in the spirit of Vlogmas, I am going to Vlogmas, V-L-O-G-M-A-S. Can't even say it right. I still haven't fixed my tree. Oh, it's raining out here. Dag. Okay, well, just real quickly. Over there, going back and forth in the wind, on the little hill, there's Santa Claus, a huge snowman, a baby snowman, and candy canes. And then right here, it's kind of dusk right now. It's terrible weather. Right here we have another snowman, a baby snowman, and ho ho ho, candy canes. And then the front of the cottage is almost done. We have to add a few touches, but the lanterns are on and the toy soldiers are up. So you can see that the stars are lit. Oh, wet lens, wet lens. The table's ready. Of course, tonight would not be a good night. We still have a few more things to do, but we are getting there. And there's the tree. Yeah, I can see, looking through this camera, I can see where I missed places with the lights. I'm gonna have to fix that for sure. But we haven't decorated it yet because my friend's coming over. Dark, dark. And so, again, we're getting there. It just takes time. All right, so we're out of the oven. And I had it in there about 45 minutes. Oh, focus, focus. Trying to take a shot without this lovely shadow. So now we're going to cut it and try it. Oh, I did cook it for about 45 minutes. I think I said that. I'm repeating myself. Must be age. But then I've also let it sit for probably about 30, 40 minutes because it needs to cool off before you try to eat it. So let's try this thing out. It looks delicious and it smells wonderful, and the house smelled great while it was cooking. Okay, so it is Friday evening. There's my apple pie. And you know it's Friday evening, so Grandma has to have some wine. So I'm having some Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio 2015. There it is. It should go very, very well with the apple pie, which I know Moscato, Asadi, Madeira, and late season white wine goes with apple pie. So hopefully that's late enough. So we're going to get a slice on a plate and try this out. Okay, so I am sure that this is not the best angle. I know it's not the best lighting, but my husband's watching a movie or something in the living room / dining area. It's completely open, so I don't want to disturb him, and I don't want him to disturb me, and I want to do this taste test. I am a little bit concerned about how runny the filling was. Maybe I didn't let it cool off long enough, but it is cool. But oh my gosh, that crumble topping is unbelievable. And it tastes as good as any non-vegan apple pie I've ever had, if not better. So again, Apple, thank you for the inspiration. I'll send you a link, and I'll link your channel in the description part of my video. But, so, during this taste test, which is so good, during the tasting, cheers, I thought the topic, because it's December 2nd, I think it's the 2nd, yeah, because it's Friday wine night, with Christmas coming up. This isn't even a vegan conversation, it's a conversation to be had with anyone. Try this year, more than you ever have, not to stress out. Try to relax, try to love yourself through the busy hustle and bustle of the holidays. Don't focus so much on everything that you need to do. Just get one thing done at a time. Put one foot in front of the other and breathe. And this is an idea for young mommies out there. Okay, Christmas is a Christian holiday season. It's Jesus' birthday. And if any of you have watched my previous video, you know I'm a Christian and I love Jesus. But Jesus, the three wise men came to see him. So instead of filling up your living room with a crazy amount of toys, get the kids 3 gifts. One thing they need, one thing that they want, and one thing just to show them how much you love them. It's kind of like the 3 wise men bringing the gift to Jesus. He received 3 gifts, so use that as an example if you're worried about money. Remember the reason for the season of love and being with your family and being with your friends. And if people really love and care about you anyway, they don't care about the material things. So just remember to slow down during this season. Make a commitment to that. You know, love yourself through the season. Relax, take it easy. Don't get caught up in the hustle and bustle. It's not worth it. Believe me, I'm 53 years old. I've been through a few of them. I will never get caught up in the hustle and bustle of it again. I'll pace myself. The main thing is to enjoy your family and your friends and your children and your significant others. So from my house, my kitchen, to you, take it easy, be good to yourself. Try this apple pie. Again, I don't know what I could have done different to make it kind of stay together better, but it is, it is absolutely, it tastes delicious. So, that's it for my rant. Subscribe, like, comment, talk to me. Let me know if there's any recipes that you want me to try, any topics that you want to cover. Talk to me so I know what's going on with you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I will see you again soon in the next video. Bye.